Mona Lisa, your voice is breaking.
Is it fine now?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's actually scattering. I mean, your voice is not very much clear.
Yeah. One second.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. I'm just starting the class. Just want to confirm that you both are able to see my screen and able to hear me properly. Okay. In the last class, we discussed about this marketing attribute in business partner. It is nothing but one of the function in maintaining the customer master. So here, as I showed you, say when this is like a scenario we can say like you have a company and it has implemented SAP and you are creating some new customers. So in that there is a tab called marketing attribute. This tab is used to understand about the customer in a better manner. That those information will be useful for marketing process. Say for example in this scenario, it's say like PC manufacturers and in that they have certain PC user. This is a set type. Okay, we'll discuss what is set type called. This is called PC user set type. Under that there are several attributes. Say if the customer is which application area the customer would like to go for, say it's multimedia. What is the level of expertise? It's advanced level, and preferred channel. The customer want through email as the preferred channel whenever they want to communicate. And newsletter, yes, the customer don't want any newsletters. So these are the preference we are taking from the customer, and to build these required details as per our customer requirement, our company's customer, our company's requirement, we need to set in the SAP. That is the main functionality of the marketing attribute. So once you collect these data for each customer, then it will be easier for you whenever you are doing a segmentation for sending a campaign. You can target those customers who is coming under the specific product where some of the key attributes are highlighted. Say like you want to sell some product which is having a multimedia as the one component, and for the advanced customers, then you can choose all the customers who has chosen this option multimedia and advanced, and for those list of customers you can send a special promotion or campaign like that. So for that use only we use this marketing attribute. So I'm going to the SAP GUI screen. Transaction is BP to see the business partner. Let's take an example.
So here the attributes, they are assigned to the group or what? Or a role or what? Where it is assigned to? A role or group?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Set types.
I'm showing that one second. I'm opening a customer. First thing you should know, under the general role itself, this marketing attribute tab comes. Okay. So whenever you create as a general role itself, you will find this tab, marketing attribute. So under this marketing attribute tab, this is a training client, so you have several things. Let me go to change mode. Okay, so under this marketing attribute tab, you can see marketing attribute, a title. Under that you can see attribute set. And when I click this drop down list attribute set, you can see several set types. These are called the set types. So here in our screenshot, the set type is nothing but PC user. Okay, so this we need to create. So once we create it only, the set types what we have created will come under this list. Okay, so for example, here I have chosen for living template. That is, it is already there here. The same thing I have chosen. It means for this this set type is assigned to this business partner. Okay, so whenever I'm creating this business partner, that time I go to the marketing attribute and I select the set type, required set type for the company. So once I select this set type, it will show below the attributes. So in their attributes, you have preferred area, color, preferred contact channel. Say for example, for this customer, you want to change the contact channel now. So you can just double click and let's change it to telephone. I mean, the customer want to have the contact channel to be telephone. And can click it. So this is the option. So for this, let's see what is the customization, what we have to do in the backend so that we can get like this option. So let's see the screen, the same thing we can try to implement the SAP screen. The same scenario we can build it now. To achieve this, first thing is you need to create these attributes. There is application area, level of expertise, preferred channel, newsletter. These are nothing but in the screen, for example, what I have shown you here is this preferred area, color, preferred contact channel. These are the attributes. And for this each attribute, say for example application area, there are some values inside. That is office, multimedia, internet. Let's create the attributes first. So for creating the attributes, this is the transaction code CRMD underscore prof underscore CHEAR. I'm just copying this and opening a new session. Okay, I'm entering the transaction code CRMD underscore PROF underscore CHER and enter. So this takes you to the specific screen where you can maintain new attribute or you can change the attribute. So right now in the beginning of the page, just by clicking start, or if you know the description of the attribute, you can enter the specific attribute. So here I'm just going to show you what all the attributes are available. I'm just clicking it. So here you can see several attributes, which there are several standard attributes and there are several things people have customized. So there is a long list of attributes. Okay, so for our scenario now, we are going to realize this scenario. So let's say these are the 4 attributes we need to build. So let's build one by one. Application area first. So we can choose this button. It's a create option, or you can use this one also. By clicking this, you can get create option. There are 2 either ways. It's better to just click the button attribute create. So here for customizing, I mean in SAP, I mean you can use the prefixes Z or Y. You can use any of these. Let's say Z underscore Z. It's just for my reference. I'm just introducing a application area. So I'm writing this application area. Okay, that the description can be like this as application area. Okay, and so the scenario is these are the values I need to maintain: office, multimedia, internet. So that's the format can be a character. So choose character. If it is something like a currency you need to maintain, or date structure, or it's a number, you can maintain the appropriate. You can choose the specific format. Here for our scenario, character is sufficient to achieve this scenario. So under the application area, the option needs to show is office, multimedia, internet. So let's say there are 3 columns you can see. One is attribute value, another one is the default value, another one is the description. So here let's choose 1 and description as office. Okay, I'm choosing the second one. I mean I'm not choosing, I'm just creating multimedia. And the third one, internet, I'm giving the value as 3, and giving us internet. Okay, so here what is the default value is when you click this. So whenever in the BP screen, say in the BP screen, when you go for this attribute, by default the value will be taken. For the preferred area, it will be taken a specific one. So that's the default thing. If you remove it, means it will be blank. I mean, when you're choosing it, it will come the specific value. You will let's say, I mean, for this I'm taking a default value as office. Okay, and number of characters, say for example, you can say 15 at this point, and save. Saving this. So we have created the first attribute. So likewise, the second one is level of expertise. So I'm creating one more attribute as level of expertise. So I click this attribute create button and z underscore z. Just for reference, I'm just this naming is up to you. I mean, as per your requirement, you can name it. This is first for reference, level of expertise. Level of expertise. And the description is just taking the same thing, level of expertise. And for this level of expertise, we have beginner level, advanced level, and expert level. Okay. So these are all under coming under the format as character only. These are characters, right? Beginners, advanced. So let's take 15 and give the values. How many values are there? 3 values. Okay. So just numbering it 1, 2, 3. Description is beginner, advanced, expert. Beginner, advanced, and expert level. Okay. So here I'm not giving any default. It means that when you get inside the BP, when you're in the selection, it will be blank. Once you choose by manually, it will get the specific value. And I'm saving this. See, for example, entry requirements without when you get to this inside the BP screen, and when you don't maintain any one value, then it will throw an error if you say entry required. That's just first for reference. I'm just clicking this and save. Okay. Now the third one, preferred channel. We're going to create one more attribute as preferred channel. That is a contact channel in which way we need to communicate to the customer. So I'm giving the same naming convention for easy identification as preferred channel. Description maintain the same, and format character, taking the character, because we need to maintain telephone, email, fax, and text messages. So let's say the first one can be telephone, the second one can be email, the third one can be SMS, and the fourth one can be the fax. Okay, and giving the character, for example, I'm just giving more characters, 15 or 10 you can say, and save. Here I haven't set any defaults. and I haven't said any entry required also. And for example, if you say multiple value means you can maintain more than 2 in this. Let's say multiple value. I mean the customer likes to have a email communication and also a telephone communication. In that scenario, let's click this multiple value. So multiple value means it will allow multiple values to choose. So the data is saved. The last one is the attribute newsletter. So does the customer require a periodic newsletter or not from the company? That we are going to choose it. So we will create that one also as attribute. The last attribute C underscore newsletter, and the description as Control C newsletter. Format, let's make it as characters. Number of characters could be, for example, 3 or 5. Attribute value, what we are going to maintain is yes or no. So let's say the first one is yes, and the second option as no. And since we like the customer to get the newsletter, so we are just setting the default value as yes, and save. Okay, let's check is our what all the things what we have created is available here. See, and underscore newsletter. Okay, it's not saved properly then. Level of application area. First we'll check the application area. I'm just checking what all things what we created, so maintaining the system. It's not showing. Okay, I think Mona Lisa is disconnected. Sarvan is asking way to connect for her.
Yeah, okay.
I just now saw the chat.
This thing in our last class, grouping you showed me, no? That grouping is used
Yes.
only for number range or what? Or it has got some other
Grouping
purpose?
is, say, in SD you have account group, right? That account group
Correct.
has 3 controls in SD. One is the number which it handles, the second one is the partner function it handles, the third one is the certain fields as per the account group it handles, right, in SD.
Correct.
So
Correct.
in CRM, all these things are different. For number range, we handle as grouping. For partner functions, how the customer needs to behave, we handle as a role. Okay, and the integration between the ECC and CRM. For that, we have a tab called classification that connects between the account group and the customer. I mean, if it is 001, it should be customer in CRM. If it is 004 account group, then it should be prospects in CRM likewise. So we'll see that.
Okay.
Has he joined? No. Sarvanti, are you there in the call? So just give me a moment. I'll call Sarvanti.
Yeah.
Just want to know the status. She's connecting. Okay, till the time, Saran, I mean, do you have any clarification which you can ask during waiting of
Okay.
Sonali, sir?
Uh-huh.
And are you basically working for SD project now?
Yes, I'm at SD only.
Okay, okay. So what are the functions you have worked in SD? I mean, in experience-wise in the project.
Experience twice, order to cash.
Order to cash. Okay. So it's an implementation
Batch
project or support
management.
project?
Yeah, correct. Implementation.
Okay.
I'm in implementation. I worked for
Okay.
batch management, then sales pricing procedure, then
Okay.
metal determination,
Okay.
then so these are the major things I worked for.
Okay. It's good. It's good. I mean, please continue. She is not connected.
So now, if after completing the CRM course, should I have experience in a
Think she's
CRM
having
project,
some
or how come
technical.
it is?
No sound. You're fortunate that you have this HD background. So
Okay,
even if you are new in CRM and you know a little about CRM,
okay,
people will be okay to, I mean, assign you in the project, CRM project. That's how
okay, okay,
I changed my line. I mean, even I am certified in SD at first.
okay, okay, okay,
Then
okay,
slowly, what all the CRM projects are running in the company, I just went and I saw it and slowly learned and I showed my interest and said, okay,
okay, okay.
since I mean, since you have the SD background, it's very fast to change your model, not a problem.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay.
Easily can get into CRM project. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
fine. Shravati is asking me to continue the because Monolith is having some internal connection problem. Okay.
Okay. Hello. 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 Hello.
So we are using this transaction CRMD underscore prof underscore TEMPL to create set types. So this is the page for creating attribute sets, and if you click star, it will show the attribute sets. That is a set type of the attribute sets it will show. Can you see this for living, the first one, which was showing in the BP, the earlier I have shown you the BP, inside the BP under the marketing attribute. We have seen one attribute set called for living. This is actually coming from here. I just show you the BP screen again. Let's take this BP 415120. Go into marketing attribute tab, and you can see this for living template. So likewise, when you click this attribute set, you can see all the list of attribute set are same in this screen for living. The second one is CME attribute set, B2B customer. The same thing you can see under the list. So the thing is, what you create here, that only is coming in the customer page under the marketing attribute as a list. So let's create a new attribute set as per our scenario. That is PC user is the attribute set we need to create. So for that, I'm just specifying Z underscore Z underscore. This is just for reference. I'm writing ZZ as to know it is a customized string. PC user. Okay, and let's give a description as PC user. And this person organization, what does it means? So whenever you are creating a BP, the first thing is you need to choose the business partner categories. What is business partner category? It can be a person, or it can be an organization, or it can be a group. Here you have an option. I mean, this attribute set needs to be come up only for the person. Say for example, when you are creating a BP, and the business partner category what you have chosen is a person. Okay, so whenever you get into the marketing attribute, in that marketing attribute, this attribute set can be seen in the list when you click this. And when you uncheck this, for example, when you uncheck this person, okay, and after you created the attribute set, when you are creating a new business partner and taking the business partner category as person, and you get inside the marketing attribute, you won't see this attribute set because this attribute set is not applicable for the business partner category person. So that's the reason. But by default, I mean, in SAP we choose both, because I mean, attribute set you can use it for when you're creating as an organization, or when you're creating a person also you can use it, because from the list you're going to choose it. So let's create a PC user attribute set here.
So your
And
group
here,
won't appear, or what?
this is
The attributes is not applicable for group, or what?
yeah, Yeah, group won't applicable. Only for this person or organization comes. So under the attribute set and add all those attributes which we have created. So we can use this button. This called match code. Let's say I can, if I know the attributes, each attribute, I can just find it out. Otherwise, let's take the maximum 500 hits and pull the whole list of attributes. From there, I can easily choose the attributes what you have created because I have set the prefixes z underscore z, so it will be easier to find it out. Z underscore z. Okay, it's here. So this one, application area, level of expertise, newsletter, and preferred channel. So these are the attributes which we created right now. So I'm selecting all these attributes. So all these attributes are added under this new attribute set. And I'm saving this. Okay, so I'm going back. Now let's see how does it affect. I'm going to a VP transaction now. So now I'm gonna choose the same business partner 415120, for example. Here under the marketing attribute, this is display mode, right? I'm changing to a change mode. So right now for this business partner, it has only one attribute set assigned. I'm going to choose my new attribute set to get assigned for this business partner. So under the list, let's search for our new attribute set. So this is the new attribute set what we have created. So it has come under the list. I'm choosing this, and there is a button assign attribute set. So when you click this button, this attribute set will get assigned to the specific business partner. That's what it means. I'm clicking this button. So now this PC user is also assigned. Okay. So if you double click this, okay, you can see below the attributes which you need to maintain. Now let's see application area. The first one is, okay, application area, and here we set a default value, right, for specific, say like for Office 1, Multimedia 2, Internet 3, and for Office 1 we set a default value that it needs to come by default. So that's why the attribute value 1 has come. 1 means Office. If you want to change, you can change it. Just double click, and I want it as multimedia. So for this customer, the customer wants to have multimedia. So I have choose it. The second thing, level of expertise. For level of expertise, we haven't set any default values. So there is no value. So this is the first time we are going to choose it. So let's say advanced. And the newsletter. So newsletter, we like to have the customer to have the newsletter periodically, but the customer, when you ask the customer, he says no. So we are choosing as no. And preferred channel. But for preferred channel, if you remember, we set it as multiple, that is one also. So this customer wants everything. So it will allow all the 4. before channel it has allowed everything. This is because, and when you are creating the attribute, there is a specific checkbox which is called multiple value, allow multiple value. That checkbox we have checked it. That's why it's allowing. Otherwise, it won't allow. It won't allow all the four. It will allow only one. And you are saving. Okay. So when you double click the for living template, the earlier one, automatically the screen below it get changed. It will show only the attributes which are coming under this attribute set. That is preferred area, color, preferred contact channel. And now our new attribute set, when I double click for this business partner, as per the business partner options, it will show all the characteristics. In area is particularly all. So in this we can save it. So let's move to the next one. There are some additional functions in business partner. Say like for example, you have a templates. When you want to introduce a new template, you can introduce new templates. Say in the screen, when you want to introduce a new template, you can introduce a new template. That is allowed. In the same manner, account buying center. What is this account buying center? Account buying center means it identifies the people with the business decision and degree of their influence. Say for example, when you are targeting a company for some exact persons who has the decision making power. Otherwise, if you contact each and everyone in that company, I mean, without knowing who is the decision maker, it's like it takes longer time to convert it to sale. So account buying center is the one where you can identify the people involved with the business decision and the degree of their influence. So in this way, it will be useful in the during the opportunity process. As per the opportunity process, as I told you, it's a long process of converting a proposal to sales. So for that, if you have a buying center, I mean, for each customer, I mean, you have specified 10 people in a company. In the 10 people, 2 people have decision making. So in the buying center, you will set that these people having the buying authority and their degree of influence also. So one will have more than 80% of influence, one will have only 20% of influence. So it's better to focus on the person who is having 80% of the power. So that, I mean, you can convert to sales by meeting that person. That is the functionality of buying center, and this is mostly used in the opportunity process. And you have fact sheets. Fact sheet is nothing. You have a fact sheet which is used whenever you're chatting with the customer or when you're interacting with the customer. You can immediately see about the customer's details. That is called fact sheets. Their previous transactions, how their credibility, everything can see it immediately. And like in SD, you can maintain account hierarchies in CRM also. So account hierarchies, there are some specific things like they are called as node. Each hierarchy node is called as everything is called as node. Under the node only they will assign the business partners. So in a hierarchy, if you see, means this is mainly used for say like for discount process, like when you want to specific, I mean there are node A, node B, node C, node E, like that you have specified. So under each node you are having some customers. Okay, so let's say if you want to give you some promotional activities, promotional discount, if you choose a node, say like I'm going to choose this node. So under this node, who are all coming, all the business partners will be get benefited with the discount what you are offering. The same way you can restrict, like this customer who is coming under this node, he should not get any discount, so you can restrict. The same way you can restrict the other nodes also. That is one of the way of hierarchy. But the main thing to know as an interview question, it is from most of the time in the project, from ECC in SAP SD, the customer hierarchy, whatever is there, the same thing can be mapped to CRM. That is possible. Okay, but when you create account hierarchy in CRM, and those data cannot be replicated in ECC. So this is an important question, interview question. Say like in ECC, like in CRM, in ECC also there is customer hierarchy. That whole customer hierarchy can be replicated to SAP CRM. That is possible. There is no restriction. But a new account hierarchy created in CRM, that cannot be transferred to SAP ECC. That's the limitation. So account hierarchy is the main function of this hierarchy. Categories are used in the pricing part. So whenever you, as I told you, whenever they set a discount at specific node, so those discounts will be applicable to the other sub nodes and the VPs assigned to it. So in that way they will one of the functionalities for going for hierarchies. The another thing is for reporting structure. When you want to generate a report for specific nodes, you can easily generate reports for the specific customers. So in this way also you can specify the nodes, and these hierarchies are time dependent. So you can set some validity also, like I mean from this validity to this time to this time, the hierarchy node will be applicable. After that, I mean it won't be applicable. So all those things you can set under this hierarchy. It's nothing but you are just defining an hierarchy. Under the hierarchy, you define the nodes and you define the business partners inside that. And this is the one of the important slide. How all you can create a master data. I mean customer master data. That is BP master data. As I show you, in one method is we are creating business partner using GUI. The same way I have shown you in the last class, using user interface, you can create BP using this account. If you don't remember, I can show you again. In UI interface is the transaction to launch web UI interface. Under the web UI interface also you can create BP. So let it come. Till the time I'll show you this.
Praveen.
So let's say for example.
Hello.
Initial, I'm hearing you.
Praveen, you have mentioned some class C and comment something you have mentioned. How do we know like the symbol is particularly for that thing you have? Because we don't have any idea for that. I don't have any idea.
Sorry sir, come again.
In this dialog box, something in the top of that ECC like box, and only you have mentioned class comes or something you have mentioned, and you got this page.
Okay, I'll tell you again. One moment. Hello? Well, so what I was telling is, see in EC there is for SD model. You can see when you're studying CRM, you can compare the slightly in SD model also. So that's what I was telling. So the ECC is nothing but inside that you have this SD model, okay, and this is CRM, okay. So in SD also you can maintain customer master, okay. You can maintain customer master in SD. The same thing in CRM we called it as business partner, okay. So here everything is little common, but the technical is it's totally different. I mean the technical side. Say for example, for customer master, when in SD when they want to create a customer master, automatically the number will generate. I told you, right? So numbering is there. I mean the internal numbering, all those things. Plus the partner functions is sold to party or ship to party, bill to party. Those are called as partner functions. And the fields for specific as per the account group, they will have a specific fields. So all these are controlled by in SD account group, it is called as, okay. I'm just showing you the difference how they are doing. See, for maintain the customer master, first thing in SD they do is they will select the account group. Account group is like a list of account groups are already there in standard ECC. That for example 001 means sold to party, likewise 004 means it is prospect. Likewise, I mean there are several things account group has. So for example, as an example, if it is 0001, this is the account group. So what all the controls it has is, it can control the numbering. It knows, I mean if it is a 0001, the numbering should be from say like 1000 to 1 lakh numberings. That is, whenever you create a customer, the system will automatically give the numbers for the specific customer. I mean unique customer ID it will provide. The second thing is, it will take the functions. I mean for whenever creating a customer, you should know it is a sold to party or it is a bill to party, how it's gonna function in the transaction. Those things also controlled under this account group 00.